Hello everyone, welcome to week 6, Friday. Should be fun. We're doing some free writing Friday. So you are going to be writing anything you want, basically. It could be a story, a true story or a made up story. It can be instructions for something, maybe a recipe. It can be a report on something, persuasive writing, or even a letter or poem. But you have to think about it. It says reflect on 5 things you would include. So make a little bit of a mental plan, but also make it at least stage 2 standard. Stage 2 standard is now words spelled correctly. If you're unsure of the spelling, consult Dr. Google search. You've got the power to look up words. That's the first thing. Editing is important. Secondly, capital letters for everything. Thirdly, using punctuation other than full stop. We're talking about full stops, we're talking about question marks, exclamation marks, if someone's saying something, inverted commas, and most importantly, paragraphing. These are the elements you need to be in stage 2 writing. So I'll say it again. You need a story or any piece of writing that is punctuated correctly, which means it's got a full stop if it needs one, exclamation mark if it needs one, commas where you need them, inverted commas where you need them, all these type of punctuation that you will need to guide the audience, to guide the reader through, and paragraphing. If Jim said, oh, this is a great day today, isn't it? The next paragraph, a new paragraph, Sally will say, oh, this is beautiful. It truly is. Because 2 people are talking. Needs paragraphs. If you talked about one part of a story and then you're going to talk about another, bam, another paragraph. This is stage 2 writing. Stage 1 writing looks like this. Today, man went to shops for bread. That's stage 1, year 1. Maybe pushing year 2, but it is shocking. That is not how you write. That is not the standard, the level we expect of you, because you are all now in year 3 and year 4. You have the power. You even have the technology with you. It's not like you're writing this on paper. Like some of you might be writing on paper, but you still have technology there. If you're watching this, you have the technology to help guide you. If you're doing this on your Google Slides, you actually have the power at your fingertips. This bright contraption can help you with your work. Let's see what I right-click on this word. Did you mean shops? I did mean shops. Did you mean today? Of course I meant today. What does this say? Want? I did not mean want. I meant went. And that's supposed to be, is that supposed to be the right word? Bread? It is a word, but it's not the word I'm looking for, is it? You have the power. That's not it. It's still not great. Today. So that is year 2 still. That, even though it's spelled correctly, it's still year 2. Today, man went to shops for bread. No. Okay. The tired, sickly man stumbled out of his nursing home. Stumbled out of his nursing home. Wanting to trek to the corner shop for a loaf of bread. His walk was slow and steady. See, you're giving detail. You might know a story in your head. You might have the story up here, but until you put it here, until you put it on the paper, on the page, on the slide, we won't know what you're talking about. You might know what the man looks like. You know what your characters look like. You know where they're going. You know what looks like when they're going. You know what type of day it is. You know, these are details you have to put in. This is stage 2 details now. Okay? We're expecting this of you. You need to start editing and adding more detail. There's no excuse for laziness now. We've got to get this done. Once you've done your free writing, now of course that's just a story. You can do instructions, report, but again, same process applies. Look up synonyms. We've been teaching you synonyms the last couple of weeks because we want you to find better words. You know, I could have said, instead of man, I could have said, you know, anything else. I could have said the corner shops. I could have found a better word for that. You just look up synonyms for those words. Online, don't ask a parent. No asking parents for help today. None. 0. This is on you. An extra page because we want you to write more than one. Don't finish this and go, yep, done. I'm good. No, you're not. You've got another page here. Continue writing, please. You know, push yourself to that limit. You'll be pushing. You would be pushing yourself at school. You should push yourself here as well. Write your spelling list out twice and write 2 sentences using one of these spelling words again, please. I say it all the time. Write the list number. Make sure they're spelled correctly. Sentences must have what? Capital letter. A full stop. If you're unsure of what to write, a great little game is to use this spelling list. Look, the loathing kangaroo tried to drink water from the billabong as it was increasing in thirst. Start. Crunch and sip time. Read for 15 minutes minimum, and then write a summary. Again, the summary is not, as I keep saying, the summary is not a word-for-word recount of the story. It is in 4 sentences, maybe 5, but no more than, just giving us a description of what you've read. All right. The last couple of pages, Jim went to the mountain. He found the flag, and then he started his journey back down. It's short and sweet, but it's a summary. The summary doesn't have to be much. I mean, sure, if a lot happened, you can write more, but we don't want to hear word for word the entire story. We want to just hear a summary, a brief glimpse of what happened. I can give you a summary about the Avengers right now. Avengers Infinity War. Big purple dude collected some magic stones, and because he wanted to wipe out half the universe, a couple of superheroes tried to stop him, but he ended up getting them all and clicked his fingers, and then half the universe went away at the end. Just told you the entire plot. Spoilers. After recess, you're going to do number talk. Now, this may seem simple to you, but there are tricks to make it even simpler. You're like, all I have to do is count these individual little squares. We don't want you to count the individual little squares, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, human beings. We want you to recognize that if this is 100 squares here, then these little squares here would be a quarter of that, which is 25. And instead of counting all of these, personally, I would say, okay, each line is minus 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 minus 5 is 20. Those blue squares here are 20. There's 5 across there, and there's another 4 there. 25 minus 9. Then I'd add those 2 together. It takes a lot less time than counting individually, because you'll lose track. I promise you will lose track. Look, go right across here. Instead of doing that my way, you know, that's a full 10. It's a full sheet of 10 right there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm taking 14 away from 50. Why is it 50? Because I know it's half of the 100. Look, I've counted, I know that's 50 there, and that's 14. So 50 minus 14 will give me those. It is so simple that way. That's the maths we want you to see, we want you to do. And then follow-up questions. How many squares are not colored? Well, 14 plus the 50, I would say. See how much simpler it is. If 2 less rows of 9 are colored, how many squares would it be all in all? So 2 less rows of 9. Okay, so add another 18 to your 50 plus 14. Do it all here, write it all down. But I'm just saying it's so much, I'm just saying do not, whatever you do. That's not what I want to see. I don't want to say, I've counted individually. I just spent 10 minutes, I can't even spell things, 10 minutes counting, no, that, you're not counting individually. I counted the row of 10, then added the extra 4. This gave me 14. Knowing that half of 100 is 50, I subtracted 14 from 50. This gave me blah, 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 blah. That's how you write this down. Words, people. We want you to use words. You use words out of your mouth hole. You should be able to use words with your fingertips. Same basic principle, please. Look, 10, 10, and 4 and 4. 10, 10, 4, 4. 10 and 10 is 20. 4 and 4 is 28. 28 around the outside. 28 minus 100. Oh, 100 minus 28, rather. It is so simple that way. Write it down. Again, do your working out on paper. Work it out. Don't do it in your head. I mean, I counted that in my head, but I would be writing it down. All of it. And then follow-up questions. But it's so much that, look, if you're there sitting there going 1, 2, 3, you're going to lose count. Very quick. The reason is there are quicker ways of doing it. Explain how many colors there are, how you would know that before answering the follow-up question. First problem referred to in the question follow. Okay. This is what you just did previously. Yeah, so it's all the same processes is what they're trying to tell you. Please complete slides 12, 13, and 14 for today's maths activity on chance. Excellent. I love chance. So chance to identify outcomes of chance experiments. I can list outcomes of chance experiments and represent probabilities of those outcomes using fractions. Let's have a look. Question the first. What is the probability that you will pull out a red marble? Denominators. Denominators mean, denominate how many in total, not just the red ones, all the marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, yeah, 7. So the denominator, the bottom number, must be a 7. Then you count the red marbles and put down how many red marbles there are. Or red marbles there, denominator there. That is how it's done. The denominator denominates how many there are in total of all of it. And the top number is asking the question. Top number is the red, the bottom number is all of them. So is it, so circle of probability. Is it likely, is it equally likely, impossible, likely, unlikely, certain? If someone's equally likely, it means it's even. If there are 7 there, is it certainty? Are they all red balls or red marbles? It's impossible. Are none of them red marbles? A little hint. Make it likely to pull out a red marble. So now we are going to add some marbles. Okay. How would you make it likely? This one here is probably likely, but how would you make this one likely? What would you do? Would you make them all marbles? All the red ones? Would you? No, think of it. Then do the thing. I'm going to give you an example right now. Do not use mine. I'm going to put a yellow one in, a green, a red, a red, a red, and a red. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 marbles. All right? No. Yeah. 2, 6. Yes, 6. Oh. 6 marbles. What? Oh, numbers lock on. There we go. And how many reds do I have? I have 4. So it's 4 in. So it's really 4 in or in. So it's really, if I do the maths, if I divide that by 2, 2 in every 3. It's likely. Or 4 in 6. It's up to you. But I've made it likely because there are more red marbles. I can keep going. I can add more. 8. Now I've got 6. 6 out of 8. That's how I make it likely. Directions. Drag the fraction to the correct place on the number line. So grab the fraction, put it over here. Oh, that's tough. 2 over 8. No, it's not. It's easy. Just in my head. Super easy. Barely inconvenience. So, how we do this? You're going to simplify this fraction. See this fraction right here? Right now it's 2 over 8. But 8, the denominator, is an even number, and if the top number is 2, then I can divide 8 into 2. 2 into 8. So what's 8 divided by 2? 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, and what's 2 divided by 2? 1. So it's our 1 over 4, which equals a quarter. So where does a quarter go? If this is half right here, we know it's halfway, then a quarter would be between there and there. People who are watching this video will just show you that, will just see that I just gave you the answer. Okay, then. It is it? So, is it, what is it? Likely? Unlikely? Let's try it. Let's see, directions. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Why didn't I do 8 and 2? Because I already did the fraction. It'd be the same probability. It's still, I did the working out. I could put another 3 blues and another 1 red, but it is the same fraction. It's just hard. So that's what it looks like. I just gave you guys the answer. Except for this one. It's pretty obvious. Isn't it wonderful when you get down to this far of the video, you get the answers given to you? I know. It's my treat to you for watching the video up to this point. Fitness today, Fitness Friday, just dance. Okay, these, I want to show you something. If these aren't working, just get rid of the M, okay? Just get rid of the M. Oh, keep the dot. Get rid of the M. Or just type that into YouTube. But have fun with it. I'm not demonstrating to you the Fitness Friday dance stuff. I'm in a suit shirt. Got stuff on today. Friday afternoon activity. Fun with Olympic pictograms. Use the Olympic pictograms or pictograms and add a household object instead of one of the parts in the pictogram. Oh. Okay. So, let's say it's fencing. I have this Honda. Oh, I also have Wolfie mask. I would put, seriously, I put Wolfie mask on and then Honda. There we go. That's my fencing one. Take a photo of that. Oh dear. But it'd have to be on the picture. So I would probably draw the fencing dude, put the mask on, and his hand holding this. Hilarious. Take a photo of it. Let's see. So yep. So it says try if you can't find the pictogram, just draw it. It's only a stick figure. I would recommend that. So I don't have a thing big enough for the Wolfie. That's a shame. I have A3 paper. Let's quickly try it. So what's he looking like? Okay. On there. Body. Hand holding that. And the mark. Oh, it's not even going to work, is it? No, slightly. It's too big. It would have been funny though. And you're done. End of task. End of slides activity or task. I want you to write down which number slide I gave you the answer to. Well, I've given you answers to all of them. Well, I've given you the tools to answer them, but really, I pretty much answered slide 14 for you. So you can dob on me. All right, so you get a new text box. Mr. Longhurst told us the answer on slide 14 in the video. Dob Media teacher. Go for it. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. And looking forward to seeing you all soon. But this is fun too. Take care. Bye.